What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of me doing random things in Minecraft, and hopefully the Ender Dragon is killed by that. We're a frog. The channel has a frog picture, so we're a frog today. I'm going to be starting off with doing something. I don't know what yet. Just kidding. I know exactly what we're going to do. We are going to build another bridge to this starter island and hopefully get a rabbit and lure it over here so it can have another animal. I'm also going to have to make some new armor. My armor's getting pretty low. I've had way too many tridents and arrows shot at me. Armor's not looking too good. And these two islands are kind of awkwardly placed between each other. I think this here is the shortest point. So that's where I begin the bridge. But as you can see, it's like kind of diagonal. So this is definitely an engineering challenge. And I think for this episode, we're just going to do more chill stuff. I'm going to try to do some things to prepare for future episodes. Some chores, maybe you would call them. And I'm going to be going back to school, so I'm still going to be uploading here. I'm really dedicated to beating this Ender Dragon at some point, but they might be a little bit more spaced out. It might be every, 6-7 days, because I'm getting a master's degree, and it is no joke. You can definitely see through the design of this bridge that I'm way more rich than previous episodes. We're no longer using wood. We've leveled up financially in Minecraft. We're using stone. We're using logs. This is a fancy bridge. It's looking good. I think it turns out great. Guys, let me know. What do you do with a dog in Minecraft? I mean, I have the dog. It sits there. It makes whining noises in Minecraft. What do you do with him? I feel kind of bad. Maybe I should let him, free roam or something, but I feel like mobs will kill him. So maybe I need to create, an enclosed fence area to let him just roam. For this starter island, I have an idea of what I want to build here. Yeah, I've got an idea cooking. It might be predictable, kind of, but I don't care. I'm cooking it up. We'll see where it goes. Got to remove these trees. And shout out to the worst type of tree in Minecraft. Look at this tree. A total of 6 leaves. Horrible. Why did they... Who programmed that? Fire that intern. If you remember, we made a fairy circle a couple episodes ago. I found some more wildflowers very close to my base. So, fairy circle number 2 is loading. Also, on the subject of building in Wales, I think I want to put a little wooden roof on that big tower. The more I see it, the more I think it looks just a little strange. And I think a wooden roof would really help to kind of blend it in with the rest. But anyways, wildflower time. Something strange about these is that you can click the same spot and it will condense up to 4 wildflowers into one, but it doesn't change it visually. It's very strange. Kind of a useless feature fact. And I think this forest can support about 3 of these fairy circles before it starts to be too much. I think that's the perfect number. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's got giant mushrooms and fairy circles and trees. What a cool forest. Why did no one tell me that they added a actually good looking light source to Minecraft? Torches are classic, don't get me wrong, they look fine, but these things called lanterns look so good in every application. They're amazing, and I just had no idea they were a thing. When did they do the lighting update? These look awesome. So I'm going to use these on the new bridge, and hopefully convert some of the other torches in my original base to lanterns. Back in my day, all we had was the glowstone block on a fence method. So you kids today are so spoiled. You got so many nice options to do decoration and stuff. Man. This bridge turns out awesome. Look at that. That's so cool. I might have to go redo my other bridge now, because this looks so much better. Yeah, guys, look at these cows. They definitely remind me of Highland cattle. They actually have some at the Albuquerque Biopark. I just saw some very recently, and I think that's what is inspiring these cows. At least that's what I'm telling myself in my mind. So that's definitely giving me some ideas. We got whales. You know, no more hints. And anyways, we're here trying to find some bunnies, which I do find, and I start bringing them back to the base. Oh my god! It's a frickin' rabid beast. Gotta beat him up with a carrot. The bunnies don't even know what's going on. They're completely oblivious. And leading these bunnies takes so long. It ends up taking like 2 days. They hop at the rate of a very slow creature. Whatever a slow creature is to you. I actually have to end up digging them a rabbit pit because they're so slow, I can't even get them to the bridge in 1 day. And these islands are not that large. They're pretty easily traversable one side to the other. These rabbits are just so slow. And guys, if you've seen a rabbit in real life, they're insane. They're some of the fastest things you've ever seen. And in Minecraft, apparently they're just... I don't even know. And here is an 800% sped up little montage of me walking rabbits 30 blocks to the bridge. Man, why? Why? Why do they have to be so slow? Yeah, welcome to episode 15. Walking rabbits for 20 minutes. Simulator craft. The game. We finally get him back to the house, build him a fence, and the cruelest joke played by Mojang is that the rabbits fully tweak out once you stop leading them. Look at how they bounce around at super speed once you stop trying to get them to go somewhere. Like, where was that energy when I was leading you with your favorite food that literally causes you to create new rabbits? Look, now they're chilled out. Ugh. And with the rabbit situation taken care of, I am now going to go build a little villager smuggling hut. If you recall, we built a villager smuggling tunnel, and now I'm going to build some kind of trap. I don't know what yet. And that's our third chore item. I also think since I'm going to be using this island more, it would not hurt to build a small little settlement. Not even a settlement, but like just a little base area over here. Because I'm going to be using this to transport villagers to Wales. And as you can see earlier, there was our giant pit in the ground. Here it is. And the idea here is I'm going to create a water basin at the very bottom so that I can just push villagers in and they won't die out in the fall. So I'm creating that, and of course we got to test it ourselves. Yep, looks like it works. I'm a trained professional. I'm a frog. I've got frog legs that can handle that. Don't try that at home. I'm probably also going to build another dock on that island. I just can't help myself. I feel like I must build a dock. Especially because we're sort of doing piracy in a way. Like, we're trafficking. I don't know. I'm going to build a dock. Do I need to explain myself? I instantly start brainstorming. What would a villager be attracted to? And I'm thinking villager meditation pit. Like, maybe they come meditate here, and then you push them in, and they fall down into the water to be trafficked. That's, you know, that's okay. I decide that that's maybe not what I want to go with, ultimately. Then I'm like, maybe it's villager happiness center, maybe it's the villager care pit. Like, what is something that'll lure a villager in? And then I'm like, oh, I know. All villagers do all day is go in and out of houses. So I'm going to build a free villager house that they can go into, and then bang, it's a pit right in the middle of it, and they fall down into my trafficking pit. So that's what I end up going with, free villager housing on this random island. And what is this spider? Is he like confused? He's got some little purple particle effects going on. Is he like, he has a disease or something maybe? What is up with him? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he has like rabies or something. Either way, we just bring him out into the water and we have to let him go. I wish he could have gotten help. I really feel for him. He was really confused. And in addition to confused spiders, there are these lovely drowned. I learned they're called drowned. They do 4 hearts of damage when you have full iron armor on, so yeah, that's a fair mob. Thanks, Minecraft. Yeah, I think the trick to beating them is getting killed over and over again, and then eventually they despawn. So that's a fun mob. And he actually beats me so bad that I just gotta take the tunnel back. I'm staying out of the ocean. Boom. See? We won in the end. I'm still here and he's gone. We start putting up some signage to indicate this is indeed free housing with no pit inside. Maybe I'll put a sign that says not a pit, just so that they're really sure that it's free. And this house kind of looks better than my house almost. I feel like I really did a good job on this fake house. I ensured that there was massive windows so you could clearly see the pit. And after a totally intentional pit test, it does work. Finally, it's dock time. We're making a little dock. It's going to be a little bit smaller than our other one because this is a smaller island, but very important to build a dock. And as I'm heading back to get some more materials, jump scare. What is that? What? Horrorcraft? Mine? Scare? Scarecraft? I mean, what was that? It's some kind of thing. It gives you mining fatigue. It's one of those little ocean creatures. Why? And it makes the game unplayable. Mining fatigue makes it so you can't break blocks in a game that is about breaking blocks, and some thing in the water can shoot you with a beam and give you that or something. What is the point of that? Why don't they just do some damage instead of giving you mining fatigue and making the game unplayable for 5 minutes? Ugh. Yeah, sorry bro. Gotta log off for 5 minutes because some little ocean creature made the game unplayable. With an ocean beam, which makes me unable to break blocks, because, yeah, sure. And in addition to the lantern, I also learned about the campfire, which is another awesome light block, and I decided that I will use it to make a little campsite. Now there is a perfectly good house right next to us, but again, that's being used as a villager capturing pit. And guys, this campsite brings us to the end of our episode. Thank you for watching this chore episode of Chorecraft. Next time we'll be doing some interesting stuff, capturing villagers, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Hold TNT as I walk away. Kill the zombies. Watch me fight mobs and gain experience.